Evening, everybody. It is 6:43 on this Wednesday afternoon. A very rough day in the market. This is your closing comment video number 1712. FOMC in their statement today, rates up 0.25%, but with a very stern warning that there would be another rate increase this year, most probably. And that they were concerned about the banking business, uh, and have, somewhat tempered their attitude. I guess they could have gone 50 basis points, but they didn't. They only went a quarter, and frankly, I think that that does more to solidify um, the fact that you can trust what they say is what they're going to do. And clearly that was the case. However, the market didn't like it. First, we started up a little, went from about unchanged to up about 200, came all the way back down, back to about unchanged, and moved back up again. And then during the end of the question and answer period, it just collapsed. We finished down 531, 1.63. Nasdaq also down 1.6. S&P down 1.65. The big loser today, as yesterday, the Russell down 50.38 or 2.83%, and the Dow Jones Transports down 2.03 or 285. The VIX was up, but only slightly. It's 22.26, up 88 cents, which is about 4%. But that really, in a down $530 market, that's an awful lot of complacency. As far as the Dow goes, it was 26-4, and unbelievable on the upside today. Intel, CRM also, Salesforce, and Coca-Cola. I don't remember what the last one was. Chewy had earnings after the close, and it was a beat. Didn't really help it much. It had closed at 37.76, down 212. On the headline, ran immediately up to 42 and a quarter, but the last we have is 37.52. That's down 236 or 5.9%. It's only about a quarter lower than where it was at the regular close. So not overwhelming, but it was a surprise beat, including a profit. ETNB, that's the one that I mentioned this morning, 89 Bio, with the positive results on the NASH, which is the non-alcoholic liver issue. That one this morning was 17, but in the real world, when it opened, the high was actually only 15.79. Looks like it's trading right now at 14.25, up 332 or 30%. Nike continued lower. The stock yesterday after the headline, last night, traded almost 132, 131.97. The low and the last is in the 119 area. 119.88, down 573 or 4.6%, and that clearly did not help the Dow. And the big news after the close and after a horrendous day in Bitcoin, I'll show you what that looks like on the screen here. I think it was down about 1,500 on the day, up a little tonight. Yeah, up 380 tonight. But this was pretty big because it traded over 29,000 earlier and then finished the day under 27,000, down 1,510. That's a pretty big range. As I said, it's up 380 tonight, but there was a Wells notice given to Coinbase, COIN. A Wells notice is a letter to a respondent from a securities um, legislator, for lack of a better way of putting it, the SEC, that with given specific charges that they are investigating. The charge here, I believe, is selling unregistered securities. And I'm guessing that that's probably going to turn out to be a bunch of the tokens and coins. Um, and so that's pretty ugly. The stock closed at 77.14 and it was down 685 or 8%. Since the close, it has traded as low as 66 and a quarter. The last is 67.45. That's down 1660 or 20%. So I'm assuming that that's going to get pretty ugly. Also, this afternoon, in my Barron's online right after the close, they talked about how they were suing Lindsay Lohan and a couple of others. Let me see if I can pull that up. Barron's. Okay. Celebrities. SEC charges celebrities in crypto scheme. Um, Lindsay Lohan, Jake Paul, Austin Mahone, uh, Little Yachty, uh, and a bunch of others, Kim Kardashian, Paul Pierce, the Celtics basketball player. It's a 50-page complaint that they were part of um, BitTorrent and Tron Foundation, um, and that they were part of a scheme as opposed to just being paid shills, getting paid to use their face on an advertisement, or, the same way that Tom Brady was, all over the place in that. I don't even remember which one it was. In any event, I think it's more than a reach. Um, and I guess we're going to find out. The thing that I like the best today, down a little tonight, is the oil. I told you I really wanted to see it through those highs in here, 69.83, and it went right through that. Yesterday it was slightly below it, but very strong. Today, again, higher high, higher low, closing over 70. 70.90, almost 71, and it did hit 71.31. Tonight it's down a little, um, but it looks to me like it's putting in a bottom here again. I'd be surprised if it went straight through 72 and a half. I expect to see some, it'll get a little on the overbought area, because we were 64.30 and now we're 71.30. That's a pretty big move, about 11% in essentially 2.5 days. So we'll see what happens there. Tomorrow we have claims, both initial and continuing. We have the Q4 account balance, which I'm sure there's going to be negative. And after yesterday's existing home sales, tomorrow at 10 o'clock, we have new home sales. And of course, at 10:30, today we had the crude inventories, which was a slight build. Tomorrow we have nat gas inventories, which, judging by what nat gas did today, are probably going to come in pretty ugly. Nat gas today, right now, it's up almost 4 cents. It was down 18 cents today. And it may be testing the low that it made already. Be nice to have a higher low. Little, double bottom here. This is 211, and in point of fact, at that point, the cash market was under $2. The low 2 days ago was 212.70. That would represent a higher low. So, but it doesn't look like it's really ready to do much. This area around $3 is going to find a lot of supply. The gold was up 8.5 after being down hard again. It's up again tonight. Let's just take a quick look. Yep, gold up another 19. The silver, which was up 36 cents, is up another 24 cents here. Copper a little bit lower. As I said, Bitcoin up 335. The dollar was down. Bonds were up a point and are up another 3/4 of a point or 5/8 of a point as we sit right now. All right, everyone, I'll be back in the morning.